Hi, I'm Nicholas Iannitti with the Iannitti Realty Group. Just want to come at you with a real quick housing update for San Diego for the month of August. So starting off here, I spoke last month about the consumer confidence report that Fannie Mae put out, and we noticed that 37% of people at the end of last year thought that home prices would be going down for the next 12 months, right? And that actually never happened, but basically they were being fed a lot of different things from the media like this. For example, from Fortune magazine, December 7th, 20% home price decline, seven forecast models, crash is coming. Never actually happened. The problem is, the reason I bring it up is that even now in June, 26% of people think that home prices are going to be going down over the next 12 months. And we're just simply not seeing that, right? I showed this graph here. This is Case-Shiller, FHFA, CoreLogic. But even if you look at Zillow, Black Knight, Freddie Mac, we have definitely seen a rebound in home prices, and that's directly related to the inventory. I'll get to that here in just a bit. Okay, so we're seeing this right now. This black bars are the 48-year appreciation average. We're already kind of over that as we reach into the second half of this year. I thought this was interesting to show you. Actually, when we're looking at this is the top 20 cities with the most appreciation. Realize San Diego right here at 52% over the last 3 years. So basically, home prices have essentially doubled. Even if we did have some type of market correction, for a 10%, something like that was going to happen. Is that really that big of a deal? I don't think it's going to be super dire, but it definitely looks like right now it's not happening, right? Part of that is due to mortgage rate stability. We've definitely seen rates kind of haven't come down, but they've basically the volatility has left there, which has brought a lot of pent up demand back into the market. People that absolutely had to move for some reason or another. Maybe they were currently renting, maybe they have a different, shift in the size of their family, things like that. So we're definitely seeing things moving. Right now, our issue is the amount of inventory that's actually coming to the market. Okay, so keep in mind, by the way, there was a recent Zillow study that said that we know that there's a lot of people out there sitting on a mortgage rate somewhere around 3%. And if they have to make a change, they really don't want to see that mortgage rate double. They don't want to incur that additional cost. However, this recent Zillow study said that people who are in that 3 and 4 range would consider making a move if rates can get somewhere around the mid fives. So we may see that towards the second half of next year. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. Okay. We do know that the inflation is starting to come down. We're at about 3%. We expect that the Fed's going to keep their foot on the gas till this gets around 2% or so. Right. We do know that inflation and the 30-year fixed rate mortgage are kind of loosely related here. We know that as the CPI is coming down, we can expect mortgage rates are probably going to follow. Can't tell you actually when, but if history and looking at the trends is anything that tells us, we probably know that that's kind of the way that it's going to come. Okay, so looking at San Diego housing numbers, remember these are median numbers. They are for the entire county and they're for all housing types combined. Okay. Everything above the line are our lagging indicators telling us where the market's been. Everything below the line are our leading indicators telling us where the market's going. So sales price was up 6.3%. That's good news. Our active market time, 12 days, realize this is down 14%. What that means is things are actually selling faster than they were a year ago. Okay. At this time, this is when things kind of started to slow down here last year. Price per square foot is up. Months worth of inventory. Yes, it's up 27.8%, but realize it's still at a measly 2.3 months worth of inventory. We need 6 months for a healthy market, right? Anything below 4 months of inventory is really a seller's market. So we're still very much in an extreme seller's market. But when we look at these leading indicators here, right, you see a lot of red. This is the problem right here. 35% down in new listings. And this is basically what I was talking about, that we have a lot of people who are in their home currently, and they're at a mortgage rate 2.75, 3.25, whatever it is. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to try and make a move unless they do have some type of life change, job change, growth in family, things like that. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're fighting this stagnation a little bit of actually identifying new sellers to come to market. Okay. Real quickly, too, I just want to show you, this is kind of where I get the numbers in InfoSparks. And when we just look at sales price, this is median, again, all of San Diego County. This is over the last 3 years. If you look about this, we're almost right back to where we were at the peak last year, right? And when we look at this over like the last 10 years, we're definitely in very good shape. Actually, if I go back, I think the max is almost 20 years. Okay, so this is the height before the crash. And this is where we're at right now, right? This is why I always tell people definitely it's not about timing in the market, it's time in the market, right? And we're not going to get out of our inventory shortage that was created back here, right around here. That's not going to change anytime soon. Okay. So just keep that in mind. If you have questions about what do these numbers mean, what's happening in my particular neighborhood, is this a good time to buy or sell? Just reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Go ahead and check out my larger housing state of the housing, union, so to speak. It basically goes in a little bit more depth from a nationwide kind of mile high view. But that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, who you choose to negotiate for you absolutely matters.